welcome back to my channel. I thought of this idea for quite some time and been thinking about how to structure this video, and like all videos, I just wing it. So today I'm going to talk about why you should consider Midland, Texas for your oil and gas career. Before we get to the content, please be sure to like this video. Subscribe so you can get more content in oil and gas and professional development topics, and please be sure to comment on the video below so I can incorporate your feedback into future videos. Please be sure to hit that notification bell when you do subscribe, because I upload whenever I want. Well, let's get to the content. Okay, I'm not going to do a jump cut for this video. I'm just going to go straight to it, and as usual, it'll be a stream of consciousness. I'll give a pointer in my career, and it will give you some context as to why I'm talking about Midland, Texas so much. When I graduated from the University of Texas in 2015, I moved to Midland, and I started working as a production engineer for an oil and gas company. I was working as a production supervisor. Some of the observations that I had in moving into Midland, Texas in 2015, that is definitely a boom and bust town. 2015 is when oil price took a nosedive and things started slowing down. But I noticed the beauty in that. For instance, in Midland, there's no traffic. You can get anywhere you want to between 10 to 20 minutes. And even during the boom times, so when I moved back in 2018 to work for another oil and gas company, the max traffic I had to deal with was around 20 minutes. And that's just getting from point A to point B, like living in the north of the loop, for those of you that live in Midland, all the way to downtown. And when Big Spring is just only one lane because it's going through some construction, the traffic was only 20 minutes. So compare that to your travel or your commute if you're listening to one of my Petro Papers podcasts on the way to work, if you're in the Houston, Denver, any metropolitan area that you can think of that has a lot of people. Your commute time is probably 30 minutes to an hour, and I don't envy you. Therefore, I strongly suggest you consider Midland, Texas for your oil and gas career, because you will save a lot of time of your life not spending your time in a car, and you will get to places a lot quicker and get a lot of things done in a day. The next reason I will suggest you consider Midland, Texas as part of your career is you can get to the field pretty quickly. Now, this goes back to the whole traffic thing that I talked about before. But because Midland, a lot of people like to joke, is in the middle of nowhere, it's also in the middle of where all the pump jacks are, where your operations are going to be, especially if you work in the Midland Basin. When I worked for one oil and gas company, to get to location took between 10 to 15 minutes from the downtown office. How convenient is that? When I used to pump for another oil and gas company when I started out my career, their pump jacks were in their backyard. Sure, I almost got chased out by a bunch of dogs, but that's beside the point. You can have the convenience of having operations experience or field experience at the tip of your hands or tip of your fingers when you live in Midland, Texas. Now, the next reason as to why I think you should consider Midland, Texas as part of your oil and gas career is that everyone who is developing their career is here. You're going to get good work experience. A lot of people moan and groan because they're not in their big city and they're making the time to go to Midland, Texas to get their stamp or to earn their stripes in their career. But I mean, you can commiserate with each other by being in the same location. And I'm joking. I don't think you should feel bad about being in Midland. I think you have just about anything that you want nearby. You don't have to deal with traffic. And you are near other people that are in the oil and gas network that are trying to do well in the oil and gas industry. And they're near the operations. You can develop a really good network here. And the SP section, the Permian Basin section I've been a part of, I chaired it, is also a very active section. There's a ton of happy hours. There's always something to do in Midland, which not a lot of people can say because they think of Midland, Texas as the middle of nowhere, and all they think about is work and they go home. But there are quite a few things to do. You have all the amenities as you do in your big city. It just takes less time to get there. those are all the things I can think of as far as why you should consider Midland, Texas, of your career. Those are the three main points that I strongly suggest. You're near the network. It doesn't take too much time to get anywhere. And at the same time, the operations are nearby, so you save a lot of time. I feel like my life is a lot more efficient as I live in Midland, Texas, and my husband and I are very happy living here, making a career out of ourselves. And a lot of people will say that it is a good place to raise a family because it is a small town and the oil and gas industry is pretty close knit. That's all I gotta say, and I hope you enjoy the holidays, and I hope you enjoy this video. As usual, please be sure to like, subscribe, share, and see you in the next video.